What's up? Thank you for tuning in tonight. Today, I should say. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Robert Fitzpatrick. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm a realtor here in Dallas. I'm licensed in the state of Texas to help people buy and sell real estate. And tonight, or today, we're going to be talking about how to sell your home in this market. How to sell your home in this market. Now, before you go any further, before we get into it, quick favor, make sure you like on whatever platform you're watching on. If you're watching on Facebook, if you're watching on YouTube, Instagram, make sure you like this video so that I can keep posting content like this, bringing you value and ultimately helping you in your real estate journey. Now, I decided to do this video just to give you a little backstory because right now we are in a seller's market, okay? And for those of you who are unaware of what a seller's market is, it pretty much means that there are more buyers than there are sellers at the moment. And because of that, prices are high, interest rates are getting higher. And so now we have this huge situation where people are wondering, should I sell my home right now? Now, I know what you're thinking, well, Robert, if prices are at an all-time high, if there's all these buyers in demand, why wouldn't a person want to sell their home? I mean, after all, they can get a lot of money for it, much more than they probably paid for it, and be on their way, be on a vacation, go to Jamaica, go to the Barbados, whatever you want to do with the money, right? Here's the thing, okay? Many people, from what I'm hearing clients say, from what I'm hearing family say, from what I'm hearing friends say, Robert, I want to sell my house, but where will I go? That's a great question. And the reason they're asking that, in case you haven't kept up with the market, is because inventory is low. Inventory is low. So even if you sell your home, you may struggle with finding a replacement home. And I'm going to get into that on what you can do to find your replacement home. But first, I want to talk about the question of, should I sell right now? Should I sell right now? Okay. So let's talk about it. Should I sell right now? Okay. Now, I always tell people, if you're thinking about selling, you need to understand why you want to sell. Are you selling because you want to move into a different neighborhood because of the school district? Are you selling because you want to take that money and maybe invest it in a investment property and rent? Are you trying to sell because you need a bigger place, you just had more children? I always say, figure out why you want to sell, and then I can tell you, should you sell? Because for some people, it's not even about the money. For some people, they've been saving up and saving and saving, and they're ready to purchase a home, and they're going to do what it takes to get a home. Then there's other people that are solely looking at the numbers, and they may want to wait. Or they may want to say, okay, I'm willing to pay this much for a property, but I'm not willing to be house poor. Now, house poor is pretty much where a person has put themselves in a financial situation where, a large portion of their money goes towards their home, more than what's typically recommended. Many financial advisors, from what I've been told, have advised that your debt to income or your housing expense should not be higher than 28 to 30% of your total income, right, that you make every month. Now, I know that loans can go up to 48%, 50%, 56% debt to income. I'm not here to get into that. I'm just letting you know where people's mindset is at. And just to give you some background, okay? Now, let's get back to the question of, should I sell right now? Okay. So, if you're like most people, the reason you want to sell right now is because you want to cash in on the appreciated value of your property, right? You want to cash in on the appreciated value of your property and take that money and do what you want with it, okay? So here's a few things that I'll say to that group of people. You should absolutely sell right now if your main focus is selling your property at a higher price, right? You should absolutely sell right now if that's your focus. And the reason I say that is because, and I'm going to pull up some data. The reason I'm saying that is because right now is the opportunity to do that. And I say that because inventory is slowly rising. Say that again, and I'll pull up the data for you. Here we go. Inventory is slowly rising. Okay. So let me pull this up for you. And if you guys can see that right here. Okay. So inventory is slowly rising. So if we look at the months of supply of inventory, right, then we can see, and I'll scroll down. This is 2021 over here, right? So that's 2021 to 2022. Here's the most recent numbers for April. So as we can see, in 2021, right around this time, this is around May, April, May, I believe, of 2021, it was kind of the same, 1.2 months. But if we look right here, it was on a decline. And then around March and April, it started to rise. And right now, based on the most recent numbers, we are at around 1.2 months of inventory. Okay? 1.2 months of inventory. So for those of you who may not know what that means, okay, when inventory was lower, that means it was more competitive for people to get property. Inventory rising may mean that because there's more properties, now there's other options, right? So someone may have been willing to pay $450,000 for your property, but now there's more properties on the market. They have more options to choose from. Now they may only be willing to pay $420,000. Now they may be willing to negotiate down, because if you say no, they can go to this property owner over here and negotiate them down. See, with more options, people are willing to negotiate more. People are willing to pay a little, to offer a little lower because they can go somewhere else. So this is why I say it's the perfect time to sell if you're focused on the money and getting what you can out of your property. Because if you sell right now, you may get in at the perfect time before inventory continues to rise, because it's rising, right? The data is clear. Inventory is rising. It was at 0.9 months, below a month. It wasn't even at a month like 2 months ago. Now it's at 1.2. Okay. And this is normal. Usually closer to the summertime, people start listing their properties more. So I don't want people on my head talking about, oh, you just trying to say this and say that. And, that's normal. I'll admit it is normal for inventory to rise. What I'm saying is that we don't know how much it's going to rise. So if you're really trying to get as much as you can out of your property, now is the perfect time to sell. Okay. Now, here's another issue. I'll say obstacle to selling right now that I think you should be aware of. I just want to be honest. Okay. Overcoming low inventory. Okay. Like I said, inventory is rising. However, there's still a lot of demand. Okay. So when we're talking about should I sell, we have to consider overcoming low inventory. And what that means fundamentally is, when you sell your property, where are you going to live? That's the question. What is your game plan? Do you want to sell your property, go and rent, and then wait to get a property when inventory is higher? Do you want to sell your property and move into your new dream home? What are your goals, right? And the only way that I can advise you and advocate for you is if you contact me personally. So if you're in the DFW area and you want to put together a personal strategy and a personal plan for selling your home and then getting a replacement home, contact me. My number is 682-266-6271, or you can follow me on Facebook. My name is Robert Fitzpatrick with the Bailey Watson Real Estate Group. It's down there on the banner. Or you can follow me at Fitz_Realtor on Instagram. That's at Fitz_Realtor on Instagram. And we could put together a personal plan. We can run comps. We can see what properties are available in the area you want to live. And so when I talk about overcoming low inventory, what I'm talking about is, one, we need to make sure that there is a replacement home for you, that there's some options for you, okay? Because the last thing I would want is to sell your home, because it's going to sell. Most likely it's going to sell, you know what I mean? And then you may not have nowhere to go unless you overcome this low inventory issue. So here's my solution to the overcoming low inventory issue. One, we scope out the market and see how many available properties are in the area that you want to live in. How many available properties are in the area you want to live in? Two, okay, and this is important, those properties will likely not be there if you wait too long. So this is the tricky part now. If you decide you want to sell your house and we're looking at properties that are going to be your replacement home, you have to be willing to pull the trigger. Right now is not the market for you to be sitting around and waiting, right? If you want to sell, we start that process. We start looking at homes. We get you under contract and we keep it pushing, right? If you say, oh, I like that home over there on 4th Street. It got a nice little backyard. I could see that being my home. And you wait a week, it's probably not going to be there, right? So that's why understanding the market, not just looking at the home, not just looking at one home or two homes and saying, I want to live there, but the market, in your market, at your price point, do they have enough homes to where you would feel comfortable putting in offers and knowing that there's a good chance that you'll get them? Okay. Now I have a lot of experience through the last 2 years working with people to get them in homes. I've helped people purchase land. I've helped put families in homes in Dallas, in Forney, in Cedar Hill, all over the place. And I'm part of a top producing team, so I have access to them as well. The main thing that I want to help you understand with the low inventory is that it is competitive. And that gets me into my next point, is preparing, right? Preparing for this market. And so I do not recommend selling your home if you do not know if you would qualify to purchase the home you want. I'll say that again. I do not advise you to sell your home if you do not know if you are qualified to purchase another home. Okay? And what do I mean by this? What do I mean by this? All right? And I'm going to put this up here. Get approved. Get approved, okay? If you are thinking about selling your home, you need to get pre-approved to purchase a home, okay? You need to get pre-approved to purchase a home. And the reason why is because you do not want to put your home on the market thinking that you can get a property, okay, that is worth what you're selling yours for. Because prices homes are at their highest prices right now. They're overvalued in a sense. So just because you can sell your home for $400,000 does not mean that you can go out and purchase a $400,000 property, right? You may have, like when you got your loan, you may have had a higher credit score. Your mortgage amount may have been different. The interest rates may have been different. Your financial situation could have been different. So please, before you list your property, contact me. before you think about contacting me, I have a preferred lender, okay, that can help you get pre-approved so that you know exactly what you're approved for. This is so important. You do not want to go out and not know what you're pre-approved for, sell your home just to find out you can only get a property that's maybe $200,000 below what you thought you could get. Okay, so that's important. That's so important because right now interest rates are rising. So make sure right now, if you need to get pre-approved, put it in the comment section wherever you're watching. If you need to get pre-approved, type pre-approved in the comment section right now. Type pre-approved and my team will reach out to you and we will help you get pre-approved because that's so important. I would say that that's the most important thing to take away from this video is get pre-approved first, because you may find out that you're not pre-approved for the type of properties you want and you're better off staying where you are. No big deal. We'll wait this thing out, and when you're ready, I can help you. But you don't want to put yourself in a position to where you sell your property or you're about to close and then you go get pre-approved and now you're sitting there like, oh, I should have just stayed in my old house because now I have to downgrade in some instances, or I took a hit on my credit. COVID affected me and I got behind on my credit card bills. I got behind on some loans, took some dings to my credit I wasn't even aware of, and now I don't even qualify, right? So make sure you do that. Contact me about my preferred lender, okay? Contact me about my preferred lender and we'll take care of you. So, and I hope I'm providing some value to you. Before I close out, I just want to say, if you've gotten this far and you have not liked the video, just hit the like button. It don't cost you nothing. It don't take away from you. Hit that like button. But I want to close out with this, okay? Should you sell your home with the right plan and the strategy and preparation, you can totally sell your home right now. Even though interest rates are rising, as you saw, inventory is coming up a little. So now is the time, because we don't know how high inventory is going to rise, okay? That inventory rising could be that homes are sitting a little longer. Inventory rising could be that there's just more people rushing in to sell their property because they want to take advantage of high prices. But what ends up happening is if too many people rush in all together, now you may not get as much, like I explained earlier. And so I'm not trying to pressure you. This isn't doom and gloom. This isn't anything to where, you need to make emotional, rash decisions. I'm just giving you the information so that you can make the best decision for your family. Okay, so follow me at Fitz_Realtor. Add me on Facebook, Robert Fitzpatrick with the Bailey Watson Real Estate Group. And if you are in the DFW area, man, hit me up for a consultation. If you're thinking about selling your home, let's get together. Let's go out to lunch. Let's do whatever and make it happen. I'm here for you. I'm here for your family. I appreciate your time. And make sure you show support by leaving a comment or liking. Let me know what you think about the content. Appreciate you.